Hi guys, so today we released something called Multiplier for cSNAPS, and I know this might be confusing to a lot of people. So shout out to my team, which I said we have to find a way to explain it to everyone. Said, how about you record a video the way you just explained it to us? So here it is, and I'm going to answer 3 questions that I think many of you are asking, which is first, what the fuck are attention capital markets, cSNAPS, and cSNAPS multipliers? So all 3 new things that we've been seeing on Cookie.fun and CookieSNAPS lately. Let's start with some definitions. So attention capital markets is basically you getting rewards for airdrops or investment rights with projects when you post about them on X or you put your money in them. It's like a spin on how Infofy works right now. So right now with Yap campaigns or CookieSNAPS campaigns, you basically just post on X about projects, you make sure your content is quality, that you get good smart engagement, and you earn points for the content you post. And based on these points, you get a share of the reward pool from that project in the end. But what we've seen is that for many projects, there is a lot of AI slop. A lot of people are just spamming, are posting not a lot of quality content, and a lot of people posting aren't actually excited about projects. They're just after rewards. So we created attention capital markets where you not only have to post about the project, but you actually have to invest some money into it, put some money into it. So you really show that you believe in this project and you're ready to back it with your money. So right now in attention capital markets, you have 2 terms and 2 ways to get points. First of all is snaps. Not much changes here from normal Infofy campaigns. Snaps are posts you get for yapping about the project on X, and the more snaps you get, the bigger airdrop from that project you get. But then we have another kind of points that you can earn, which are cSNAPS. And here, fun fact, cSNAPS stands for capital snaps. And cSNAPS are basically your snaps multiplied by how much money you put into the project. So for example, how much you invest in it or how much you deposit to increase its TVL, etc. So, but how are these cSNAPs calculated? So you have your snaps that you just got for posting about the project, and then you put capital in and you got cSNAPs, which are your snaps multiply by the amount of capital you put into that project. And basically, projects running the attention capital market campaigns do it in the way that they give a pool for people who earn just snaps. So there is a pool for people who are just yapping, but they give a much bigger reward pool to people who earn cSNAPs, so to people who yap and back the projects with their capital. And then more cSNAPs means bigger rewards, similarly as with snaps. I'm going to use an example of a campaign that we've got live right now on CookieFun, which is the Almanac Attention Capital Markets campaign. As you can see, the reward pool for cSnappers is much bigger. It's 4 times bigger than the reward pool for snappers because it's 0.4% of Almanac's total supply, whereas snappers get 0.1%. And then more cSnappers are eligible for rewards because it's 500 people versus 250 people who get rewards for just yapping. So how to earn Almanac snaps? So the snaps for 0.1% of the Almanac supply. That's easy. Nothing changes here from the campaigns you know so far. You just post on X, you get your snap points, and based on your position on the leaderboard, you might be eligible for this 0.1% airdrop. Now, things get interesting when it comes to earning cSNAPs because, like I explained before, you actually need to deploy your capital to start earning cSNAPs. When it comes to the campaign on Almanac, You can do it in 3 ways, and you can do one of these actions, 2 of these actions, or all of 3 of these actions to be eligible to earn cSNAPS. So you can either invest in Almanac presale on Legion, and to do this, you have to have a Legion account. So I've got my Legion account here, but you can see that the Almanac sale is coming soon, so it's not open yet. So you have to wait to be able to complete this action. But also Almanac already had 2 sales on Legion before, so if you participated in any of these Legion sales, you are eligible for cSNAPS as well. The second way, and you can earn cSNAPS eligibility, is to put minimum $500 into the vault on Almanac. Again, I've got Almanac open here. You have to go into their Vaults tab, you have to connect your wallet, and you can deposit it right here, and then we will be able to see, you will be able to see how much you deposited, and if you deposit minimum $500, you will be eligible for cSNAPS. Third way, which to me is an important, interesting way, because it will give you eligibility not only in the Almanac campaign, but eligibility in every cSNAPS campaign. So you can also stake cookie in the diamond tier. To go into cookie staking, you have to go to the website called cookie.community and go into the staking tab. And once you're here, you can see that you can get cookie points that place you in different tiers for staking. So right now you have to be staking in the diamond tier to be able to get cSNAPS. So how do these tiers and points work is that, for example, if I decide to put 50,000 in, I will get 50,000 cookie in, I will get 50,000 points if I lock it up for 30 days. But if I decide to stake for longer, then I will get 250,000 points, because the duration of the lockup increases the multiplier you get to get more points. So if I lock only for 30 days, I receive 50,000 points, so exactly the same as the amount of cookie I staked, because the multiplier is 1. But if I lock up for a whole year, then I get 5x multiplier, so I get 250 points. That's still too little for the diamond tier to get cSNAPS eligibility. So I guess I would have to lock up is it right? 1, 2, 3, too many. I would need to lock up 100,000 cookie to be eligible for the diamond tier. Okay, but going back to cSNAPS, so I do any of these 3, then there is a very important step, is that you have to connect the wallet you used for these actions on cookie.fun. So if I go into cookie.fun, let me go into the main page. Oh, is it gonna load? Yes. I go into the main page, and then what I can do, it logged me out for some reason, sorry, so I need to log in. No, it's not going to work, is it? Okay, I am logged in, so I need to go into my profile. And I can click on Attention Capital Markets, and I can connect my wallets here. So you can see I've got 2 wallets connected, and you need to make sure to connect all of the wallets you used to make these 3 actions if you want them to be counted into your cSNAPS. Another way you can connect wallets in CookieFun is that you can go into the Almanac campaign. So I'm going to navigate through this banner here, and you can go into something called My Dashboard, and you will be able to connect your wallets and verify the capital you contributed to this campaign this way. Okay, coming back, deploying capital and connecting wallets are two necessary steps to be eligible for cSNAPS. But remember that you cannot earn any cSNAPS unless you post about Almanac on X, because your cSNAPS, like we said here, maybe we're gonna put it again here, cSNAPS is your snaps times the capital deployed. So if your snaps were 0 because you didn't post, even if you deployed a lot of capital and got like, I don't know, 20x multiplier, then 0 times 20 would still be 0. But if you got 1 snap for a post and 20x capital multiplier, then you would get, let me put it in. So if you got 0 snaps times 20x multiplier, you end up with 0 cSNAPS. But if you got 1 snap times 20 multiplier, then you end up with 20 cSNAPS. This is interesting because you can see like how much difference a multiplier can make on the snaps you're earning for posting. Okay, but coming back, multiplied by how much? So obviously, like I just said, now I'm lost. You want your multiplier to be as high as possible because it just gives you more cSNAPS for the same amount of work you put in posting. So in the Almanac campaign, you can get the multiplier through these 3 actions, and basically your multiplier depends on how much money you put into each of the actions. So when it comes to the Almanac sale on Legion, if you invested anything between $100 and $20,000, you will get a multiplier between 2 to 10x, and it's counted in a linear way. So if you put $100 in, you will get ×2 multiplier. If you put 20,000 or more in, you will get the maximum 10x multiplier. And for any investment in between, you will get the in-between multipliers. When it comes to vault deposits on Almanac, here your multiplier ranges from 1.5x for the minimum amount, which is $500, up to 5x for the maximum deposited amount, which is 25K. Some of you might be like, oh, but why is it different? Here you deposit more and get a lesser multiplier. Well, it's because here it's an investment and here it's a deposit. So this is the money you invested in the project and you get a higher multiplier because it's higher risk. Whereas here it's a deposit that you can always take out and it's not money that is, locked forever and depends that much on the project's success as the investment in Almanac. And then the third way, which is the same in every ACM project. So right now it's only for Almanac, but when new ACM projects, it's going to be exactly the same, is the cookie staking multiplier. So you're receiving the 5x multiplier if you are staking in the diamond tier. So here there is not a range, but just a set 5x multiplier. An important thing is that your multipliers sum up. So here is a little quiz time, and I'm going to pause, or you can pause if you need more time if you want to understand it better. So let's say I am staking cookie in the diamond tier. I'm gonna make it bigger. Can't write properly. In the diamond tier, and deposited $500 to Almanac. What is my multiplier? I'm going to count to 3 to let you answer and then give you an answer. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so let's break it down. I'm staking cookie in the diamond tier. So my multiplier is 5x. So staking multiplier equals 5x. I also deposited $500 to Almanac, so the lowest possible amount. So my multiplier is 1.5x. Deposit multiplier is 1.5x. So my total multiplier will be 5. So my staking multiplier plus 1.5 equals 6.5x. Okay, I'll give you a little while to think about it, or feel free to stop this video here if you need more explanation, or go back and follow me how I calculate it again. All right, we understand how to get the multipliers and that they sum up, but important thing to note also is that how your cSNAPS and your multiplier can change over time. So your cSNAPS multiplier is only active when you have capital deployed, so when you've done any of these 3 actions. So I've put 2 examples here. So for example, I invested 20K on Legion, so this action, and deposited $500 on Almanac, so this action. My multiplier then is 11.5, and again, why is it? Because my investment on Legion action, I invested 20K, so I invested the maximum, so I'm getting the 10x multiplier. And then I also deposited $500 on Almanac, so the minimum value. So my Almanac deposit is 1.5 multiplier. So my total multiplier is 11.5x, then plus 1.5 is 11.5. But then what happens if I removed my deposit from Almanac? Then my multiplier would go down 10x to 10x. Why? Because my Almanac multiplier would be scraped off, and I'm only left with my investment on Legion, so my multiplier drops down to 10x. Okay, now let's do another quiz time for you to understand this better. I'm going to draw, this is time, how the time flows, timeline. So let's say up until this point here, I want it blue. Okay, here I have not deployed any capital to Almanac. Okay, and I earned 2 cSNAPS. So let's think, what are my snaps and cSNAPS earned? Snaps earned, total multiplier, cSNAPS earned. I'll give you a moment and feel free to pause as well. Okay, so my snaps earned are 2. I posted, I got 2 snaps, easy. My total multiplier is 0 because I have not deployed any capital on Almanac. So therefore, my snaps earned are 0 as well. Then at this point in time, I have deposited $500 to Almanac. Okay, so then up until this moment in time and this moment in time when I'll do my next action, what is, and then I earned 3 snaps. Now, what are my snaps earned this period? My snaps earned in total. I don't mean that. My snaps earned in total, my total multiplier, and my cSNAPS earned. So my snaps earned are, I'll give you a moment, 5. Because these are snaps earned in total, so I earned 2 snaps from this period and 3 snaps from this period. So it's total snaps earned is 5. My multiplier at this point, I'm not going to change it just to multiplier from total multiplier because I feel it might be actually confusing. What is my multiplier? Okay, so I deposited $500 to Almanac. $500 deposit is the lowest multiplier, so 1.5. Therefore, my multiplier is 1.5x. So my cSNAPS earned will be my 3 snaps that I earned, because here in this period, my multiplier was 0. And remember that your cSNAPS is the multiplier earned on your snaps only for the period where you had capital deployed. So my cSNAPS earned will be 3 times 1.5, which will be 4.5 cSNAPS. Okay, then in this period, I'm thinking, I kind of want more snaps and want a bigger multiplier. I'm going to stake cookie. So at this point in time, I go in and I stake cookie in the diamond tier up until the next point in time when we'll have our next action. At this point in time, I earned 1 snap. Maybe I was busy and I wasn't posting so much, or maybe the competition got so fierce that my smart engagement on Almanac and Mindshare dropped a little bit, so I earned only just 1 snap here. So for this exercise, what will be my total snaps, my multiplier for this time period, my cSNAPS earned for this time period, and my total cSNAPS earned. Okay, so my total snaps earned, that's easy because we're just summing up all the snaps. It's 1 plus 3 plus 2. Okay, so I've got 4 snaps earned. My multiplier is, here I had 1.5 multiplier for depositing to Almanac, but I also stake cookie in the diamond tier. So I also received the 5x multiplier. So for this time period, my multiplier goes up to 1.5 plus 5, which is 5.5. I'm going to put a calculator on because I don't know if I'm that good with maths in my head, especially when I'm recording and stressed. Okay, so my cSNAPS earned right now. So I earned 1 snap. So in this time period, my cSNAPS will be 1 times my multiplier. I don't need a calculator for that because it will be 5.5 cSNAPS, because I get 1 snap. So 1 times 5.5 equals 5.5. But now what are my total snaps earned? So it's total cSNAPS I earned throughout this entire time. So 0 plus 4.5 plus 5.5 equals 10 cSNAP. Okay, but at this point in time, I'm like, I kind of won this $500 I deposited to Almanac. I'm going to take it out. So I withdraw my $500 Almanac deposit. So what happens here? And in this time period, I withdrew it, but almanac deposit, but I had a lot of time and I earned 4 snaps in this period. So what happens now? Sorry, let me delete this. Okay, so my total snaps earned is 4 plus 4 new snaps here. So it will be 8 snaps. My multiplier, what is my multiplier right now? Okay, so I withdrew my deposit. So I am not getting my $500 multiplier. So I'm not getting my 1.5 multiplier that I earned here, because this is no longer happening, but I am still earning staking cookie. So I'm still getting my 5x multiplier for this action. So because the only thing I'm doing, the only capital deployed right now is the cookie staked, my multiplier is 5x. So what are my cSNAPS earned during this time period? Well, it's 4 snaps with a 5x multiplier. So it's 20 cSNAPS earned during this time period. And what are my total cSNAPS earned? So up until this moment, I earned 10 cSNAPS, and right now I earned 20 more cSNAPS. So my total cSNAPS earned are 30 cSNAPS. As you can see, the multipliers are quite generous, so it's easy to get more, and it really depends on how many snaps you're getting and how much capital you're deploying. And then I guess it's for everyone to make their calculations of what their sweet spot of posting and deploying capital is for them to climb to the top of that Almanac cSNAPS leaderboard. Just as a reminder, if you go into the Almanac campaign and you go into leaderboards, you will be able to see the cSNAPS leaderboard here. So the leaderboard for 0.4 of the Almanac supply, and the Snaps leaderboard here. So the leaderboard of people who just post on X, and 0.1 Almanac supply. I think an important thing is because, you can see Jeff both here and here. So an important thing is that you understand that if you participate in the cSNAPS campaign, you can still be on the leaderboard of the Snaps campaign as well. So you can get both prizes if you're high up on the 2 leaderboards. Okay, so I hope that's it. I hope I explained what the fuck are attention capital markets, cSNAPS, and cSNAPS multiplier. I hope you enjoy. Any questions, ping me on Telegram, ask it in the comments here, or send me a DM. I'm super happy to explain something a little bit more if it's still unclear. Thank you. I might be dropping this Excali draw somewhere for you to see, but I don't know if it's possible, so I'll write it in the post when I send this video to you.